And at home, the news from the UK briefly disturbed a couple of well-entrenched scare campaigns. There's little difference between the Coalition and Labor on Medicare and boat turnbacks, but you wouldn't think so given the rhetoric. The two parties operate on the basis that though the policies are similar, the voters see a big gap in the level of commitment to those policies. The Coalition, more committed on boats, Labor, more committed on Medicare. And so they thrive through misinformation and exaggeration to give those issues prominence.
I can give you the answer of why politics matters in one word. Medicare.
I was waiting for where it was going to come up.
Today I proudly give Australians this guarantee, hand on heart, from the Labor Party. Labor will never support the privatisation of Medicare.
Medicare will never, ever be privatised.
I look at poor old Mr Shorten and thinking, mate, you got to back yourself out of this one.
Full stop.
Full stop.
And I'll take my clothes off, and it will be shameless, because everyone knows that's how you get famous. I'll look at the sun and I'll look in the mirror. I'm on the right track, yeah, I'm on to a winner.
This is a shocking scare campaign. It shows the desperation of the Labor Party.
He's in the panic room and all he's left with is an angry scare campaign.
The truth is what is scary in this situation.
It is the most outrageous, bizarre almost, lie told in this whole campaign.
No one believes you, Malcolm.
He was asked to put his hand on his heart and repeat his lies, and he wouldn't.
Can you put your hand on your heart and look Australians in the eye and say that the Coalition has a policy to privatise Medicare?
I can say to the people of Australia that this election and their vote on July the 2nd will determine the future of Medicare.
He's been caught out lying.
What's next? He's going to chain himself to the Opera House or try and say that we're going to sell the Harbour Bridge.
We'll cut the Sydney Harbour Bridge in two and move it to Tamworth. And
They are desperate, they are shouting, they are panicked.
if their campaign has got to the point now where they're literally making up stories and then fighting against them, then we should all just get a packet of chips and sit down and watch them.
When do you think it will all become clear?
This part matters to me.
'Cause I'm being taken over by fear.
Now, can I turn to another matter that the Immigration Minister has spoken about this morning?
Earlier this month, Maritime Border Command became aware of a suspected people smuggling venture,
We've turned back 28 boats.
and 734 people on those boats otherwise would have made it to our country.
You've got to love Liberal Party central headquarters. It's the old break glass issue, isn't it?
Reporting that Bill Shorten has the same border protection policy as the Coalition is not true.
There we go. Spread a bit of concern and say that somehow Labor's got a different policy to the Liberals.
The only thing that stops them is the steely resolve of my government to turn those boats back.
If they win government, the boats will restart, the deaths will recommence and the kids will go back into detention.
Imagine the chaos.
We're having an election campaign dominated by these silly little scares.
This is not a scare campaign, as they say. This is an actual factual statement.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
People who think that this problem has gone away, please don't believe that.
I know some people find this hard to hear, but it is true.
This is proof positive that the Liberals have run out of anything positive to say about themselves.